Jacky Jones is a seemingly normal 20-year-old woman from Auckland, New Zealand. She has a loving family, friends whom she doesn't hang out with enough due to her raging introversy, a stable income, and soon-to-be university degree. She's academically very intelligent with a soaring IQ of 132, an unprecedented lust for knowledge about the world around her from the confines of her bedroom, the possession of 2 languages, and a generally lovely, temperate attitude. However, despite this expansive breadth of commodities, there just so happens to be an apparent topic of debate that her loved ones around her fail to understand. For whatever reason, despite the expansive internet at one's disposal, Jacky does not believe America is real.
I do not believe America is real, no. Sorry, I know America isn't real.
It seems ironic almost, given this young lady was born and raised in a country many people fail to even recognize as part of the map. In fact, when a family friend was seated in a bar some few years ago in America, which was indeed a very present and existing establishment, upon telling a fellow drinker beside him in conversation he was from New Zealand, the individual replied, "Which state is it in, and how far of a drive is that?" But alas, despite all of this, Jacky remains firmly adamant that America is but a figment of one's imagination and perhaps colourful roleplay. She's also been claimed to act erratically around any self-proclaimed American individual, joking about their outlandish made-up grating accents, perhaps only second to Brits.
Home security is great.
Well, I'm not an idiot, clearly. I just think that, internet inside jokes are great and all, but sometimes they're just taken too far, and this is one of those instances. It almost reminds me of when, people were claiming they were transracial or some shit, identifying with different ethnicities. Like that one guy. Yeah, like the one who looked like he had cellophane wrapped around his face.
Ollie London?
Except now there's this huge cult following where people are going around identifying with this fictional country and claiming they're American. Dude, come on, I'm telling you. It's going to be one of those instances where in a few months the hype will die down. Like when TikTok were claiming you could fuck Draco Malfoy through reality shifting, and people will be grimacing looking back at their old tweets saying that they played baseball and played it at Denny's.
You know, there are Denny's establishments in New Zealand.
No, there's not. Do you think I'm an idiot or something? Because
there is in fact 7 Denny's established and operating in New Zealand, as for the past many years. As a matter of fact, Jacky has indeed actually eaten at one of these Denny's in Wairau Valley back when she was about 7 or 8. The food had made her so violently ill that she remained feeling, quote, grimy in the insides even after regurgitating it the moment her parents returned her home. Upon asking Jacky about this instance, she again reinstated her belief Denny's do not exist in New Zealand, nor did she ever eat at one, though her parents believe she must have repressed the memory from her mind entirely. Jacky's friends and family are growing increasingly concerned about her alarming, seemingly unprovoked benightedness for the country. They fear her lack of ability to process and acknowledge this country will see her the nucleus of mockery, or even eventually get her into trouble. Are you not concerned that your adamancy on Americans not being real will offend people?
How?
You stated that your beliefs heavily ensue with the notion America as a country concept is an internet meme. What examples could you provide to illustrate this?
Well, they like to joke about not understanding what a kilometer is, for starters. Just absurd, right? How the f do you not know what a kilometer is? Let alone the nonsense they've replaced it with called a mile. Or in their world-building role plays, they talk about this insane omniverse where these giant concrete parking lots just span on for miles, kilometers, overshadowed by giant establishments called targets. What kind of awful dystopia is that? Target? Target of what?
Unsure how else to approach this situation, Jacky's loved ones have called for an intervention. They believe perhaps exposure therapy is exactly what she'll need.
So I have here 5 clips / articles, etc. from the Land of the Free, as per curated by one of my lovely friends, to which I will go ahead and blindly throw myself into. I've never done reaction content, but just for the record, if you're wondering why I chose to pick on America for this video, specifically if I possess some kind of vendetta against them, rest assured, I do not. It just so happens that all the crazy shit in the world that should not be literal, unironic, published headlines seemingly only occurs in this part of the sphere. Honestly, how does this keep happening? A bit aside, how is this a trend that continues to remain so robust and just increase in strength? What are they being fed over there? So, just open up the first clip. Biden makes ice cream joke in first statement since Nashville shooting. Ice cream joke? Ice cream joke and Nashville shooting should not be in the same sentence. I don't know if this is a good place to begin things, but I'll keep an open mind.
My name is Joe Biden. I'm Dr. Joe Biden's husband. And I ate Jenny's ice cream, chocolate chip. I came down because I heard there was chocolate chip ice cream. By the way, I have a whole refrigerator full upstairs. You think I'm kidding?
I have no political stance on America's government. I stay away from that. Frankly, I don't like any of it. Someone explain to me, please. Why is he joking about ice cream? That is just so wrong on so many levels. And I really doubt I need to explain why. And also, can we please address this? If we just ignore the stream of nonsense coming out of his mouth and just look at the way, why does he look like that? Can you imagine being sat in that audience in the front row of this, what do you call it? It's not a conference. I don't know what the fuck you call this. Speech. I don't know. Doesn't matter. You're probably a journalist. You're probably someone well-versed in the political sphere. Listen, I don't know what it's I'm making just as little sense as he is right now. Ready to hear some pretty rough stuff. I mean, we're talking about a shooting. Mint chocolate chip ice cream aside, and Sleepy Joe. You're expecting him to stand up there and talk about how awful this is, how evil this is. But instead, what you do experience is Sleepy Joe walking up that stage, mic in hand towards you, eyes locked, because look, he's not, I don't know what poor soul in the crowd he decided to lock eyes with. This feels like when you go to a comedy show and it has like public engagement or something going on and you're like literally sitting there praying to God that they do not look at you, and Biden just comes up. You know, I love mint chocolate chip ice cream.
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my...
By the way, I have a whole refrigerator full upstairs. You think I'm kidding? I'm not. God. Ben, how are you, pal? One of the best guys in the United States Congress.
I'm so
Ben
sorry,
Cardin.
Ben. Why are we giving him a shout out? What is going on?
Welcome to the White House.
So, I feel like as soon as you step into the White House, as soon as you're inducted, you just gotta have a lobotomy. Next up, we have a TikTok video, apparently. It says, male Karen freaks out on a golf course, and it is epic. You know, male Karens are, I mean, can you even really call them Karens? I feel like they need to have a name of their own. Is there even a male equivalent to, like, a Karen? Man, sexism strikes again. We need a name for white. Alas, you know, we can figure that out some other day, some other time. I'm curious to see what someone could complain about on a golf course, because I feel like, let's be real, if you're out playing golf on a huge golf course, you're probably already in the upper white class, and like, really, what can you complain about? You think I wouldn't want to swap places with you? I would, in a heartbeat. I suck at golf. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I'm actually really good at mini golf, thank you very much.
This time, a male Karen on a golf course took a woman's ball because it was hit too close to him.
You took her ball!
Please don't speak to me. We're coming over
here. You took her ball!
Bro, you took her ball. If you need money for her golf balls...
But before I go any further, this guy's outfit really is scratching some deep dark corner in the back of my brain, and I'm trying to remember what it feels reminiscent of. This guy was my childhood. This is the Blue's Clues I know and I remember. Why am I bringing this thing up? Look at this guy's fit and tell me that they aren't similar. They've got the same like khaki short, well this guy's wearing pants, whatever. They've got the same khaki pants and the same vertical striped green sweater, polo, well that's a shirt. You get the point. Blue's Clues really just pocketed all the money that he made from like the show. Went to the golf course and then immediately just did a number on his rep. Don't know why I called him Blue's Clues.
Now get the fuck off the cart.
Walter?
Walter?
Oh, here we go.
You see that?
Oh.
That's what you spend the heaven, bitch, and you wanna test God, you fucking come get it. Shit stack.
He's mentally ill.
Oh.
You think I'm mentally ill?
I love how that guy immediately, just as soon as he takes off the shirt, he's like, I'm out, I'm not dealing with this guy.
Another day.
What did I just witness? What was the necessity in taking off his shirt? What is it supposed to prove? What is this stance? What is going on? Sometimes you just sit there and you think, no way do people like this actually exist. No, like what goes on? How does one justify in their head that by presumably stealing someone's golf ball and them asking for it back, that you've got to go to this? That this is the next step. This isn't like 5 leagues above. No, this is just a rational next step. I love how he rambles on about some shit about being like, this shit was made from heaven, bro. And then he looks down just like, yeah, this shit was made from heaven. It's like double check. Even just the way he turns just feels like when you piss off an NPC in a game, they get all riled up, they're all angry at you, but for some reason there's like an invisible wall in the way, so as you start to just walk away, they're just like... What the fuck? I've seen enough of this golf course. Moving on.
Hey, Vsauce. Michael here.
Woman rescued from outhouse toilet after climbing in to retrieve an apple. There's no way, this is what I'm saying. There's no way people like this exist.
Well, we all know it stinks to lose something expensive, but a Michigan woman learned the hard way that some things just are not worth retrieving. And that's because police had to rescue her from the bottom of an outhouse at a boat launch.
Ugh.
The woman got trapped after she lowered herself all the way into the toilet to fish out her Apple Watch.
That's the toilet? Like, we're seeing this. Oh, we're seeing the same toilet here. That's what she climbed into? I don't know if I should be horrified or like kind of impressed that someone can even like, that's like a regular sized toilet. I don't know what I was expecting. I feel like for a second I thought, well, outhouse toilet would be like a long drop or something, like a just literal hole in the ground. Like that I could see her climbing into, but that's like a regular toilet. For a second, I tried to, picture or imagine someone, like, putting both feet in the toilet and, like, hoisting themselves. I don't want to put that in my head. I have so many questions.
Fallen in.
No.
Officers had to remove the whole toilet, then lower a strap down to hoist her to safety. Their rather obvious advice to others: if you lose something in a porta potty or an outhouse, don't go in after it. Also, she never even got her watch back. Throw the whole
I would actually just end it then and there. Just for the record. If that were me, and I ended up on national TV because I climbed down a fucking toilet to get an Apple Watch, or anything for that matter, it doesn't even matter, and I came out, and I didn't even get it, just like, don't even hoist me out. like keep me there. That should be the punishment, is leave her in there until she gets it. And no one would ever do it. No, people would still do it. People are fucking weird. Also, for the record, I've owned an Apple Watch back in like high school, and like, don't get me wrong, like, it was fun and all. It was great in the sense that, like, I don't know, I could customize my watch face whenever I wanted to my phone camera roll, or more practically, I could receive and respond to texts in class when I could not do so with my phone, because that was too obvious. If you pulled it out, the teacher would be like, oh, you put the phone away. But if you just got a little bing on your Apple Watch, you'd feel like a cute little spy, reading through your messages and DMs, and then you could reply with a really half-ass AI generated response, on my way, with a stupid exclamation mark, or thumbs up. That was all you could send. But even still, if I lost my watch down a toilet, unless it's a Rolex, which is never gonna be, then like, fuck it, man. Like, just sometimes you just have, this is a life lesson. Sometimes just take your losses. Just take them and just move on. Some shit is not worth it. You know it's gonna be good when it starts with Florida man. Florida man riding human-sized hamster wheel faces federal charges. I digress. I keep an open mind.
A man is facing federal charges after he tried to ride across the Atlantic Ocean in a giant hamster wheel. The Coast Guard spotted Risa Tybee Island, Georgia, last month. He told them he was on his way to England. Took officials 5.
What the fuck? What are you being fed in America? Someone explain this to me. In Florida, per se, Not just, well, the other one is in Michigan. You know what? To be fair, this one is kind of badass. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what I was expecting when I thought hamster wheel. I guess I thought like he was just riding like some kind of contraption down the road. The entire ocean? He's trying to get to England? In this?
Days to persuade him to come to shore. At one point, he apparently threatened to blow himself up. Bellucci did attempt a similar voyage in 2014.
He's done it before? Oh my god, wait, hold on.
All new tonight at 10, only in the Sunshine State. Here we go. A Central Florida man walked on water.
Luckily, it was all for charity. It has this exclusive
If you did it for
story.
charity, then what's the problem? I don't...
Reza Bellucci is no stranger to the water. He calls this contraption his bubble.
My goal is raise money not just for homeless people, raise money for Coast Guard, raise money for...
I thought I would say this. I mean, okay, in fairness, I came into this video with an open mind for any content that I would consume. Although, let's be real, you're crazy. Didn't think I would say this, however. Hear me out. What's the problem? Why can't he just do what he wants? You know what I mean? Especially if he says it's for charity. Okay, maybe the guy's nuts and that's a statement. Take with a grain of salt. But even still, this guy desperately just wants to run around in a hamster wheel across the ocean and probably get himself killed. Let the guy do what he wants if he's gonna go back out and do it anyway, is what I'm saying. He seems nice enough. His contraption... Is that like a Red Bull can? Just, what is... I also saw he had like a random poster in there of some chick. Nikki Ziering. Who is this woman? He has a whole bag of oranges? I mean, he has his priorities straight, right? He's got food, drink, and... that for whatever.
This isn't Bellucci's first attempt. Back in 2014, he had to be rescued from a hydro bubble near St. Augustine. His second attempt was in 2016, where he had to be rescued from a hydropod just off the coast of Jupiter. So family and friends know where he is at all times.
So
he's a survivalist. He's got food, he's got water, he's got everything he needs.
That whole thing is way bigger than I initially thought it to be. What the f, dude? Do you need it that big, really? Or maybe just the camera angle, because that also looks like a giant orange, so I don't know. You know, who am I to judge? Who am I to even come in here thinking there's any sense of rationality in any of these? But shit, man, if he's done it like 3 times, dude, just let him. Let him go. Let him run his little way across the ocean and just pray he makes it to England. And if he doesn't... that, you know, he died doing what he loved, so it's kind of a win-win either way. And finally, we have my strange addiction. It's very fitting. This woman loves to play pony. I'm a little nervous of where that's gonna go, but hey, you know, I am too a certified horse girl. And if horse girls get a lot of bad rep, there's the whole crazy horse chick stereotype, and what I'm trying to say here is that that is simply a misrepresentation based off of a very marginalized section of equestrians, and we're not all crazy. Thank you. San Diego. Looks very nice.
My name is Nicole, I'm 31 years old, and I'm addicted to pony play.
Okay, quick trot, quick trot. Good, pony. Oh, that's a good pony. Yes.
What is that? Does she have a whole snaffle bit? Is that that's a snaffle bit, right? I need to brush up on my horse terminology. Oh, that's not a snaffle bit, that's even worse. What is that? Is that a shank? Bro, I wouldn't even put that shit in a horse's mouth, let alone my own. Who is this man? What is going on? Why does he have a whip? Who snorted, him or her? I'm actually repulsed. It's people like her that ruin it for the rest of us.
Pony play is a form of costumed role play. You become an animal mentally and act accordingly.
Where would you go?
Drafter is my pony play character. Drafter is a very hardworking horse.
I have so many questions. I don't even know where to begin with this. I'm just gonna say one thing. I'm gonna leave it there. If you've decided that this is something that you're gonna do no matter what, irrespective of judgment, irrespective of costs, because anything to do with horses is probably one of the most expensive things you can get yourself into. That's the reason I stopped riding for the past couple years, is I just can't afford it. This shit is so expensive. That bit alone in a mouth probably costs like $110. I just answered my own question. I was about to be like, if you're gonna do this and you're gonna commit to it, at least try and make yourself look like a horse. Because what is this? What is this? Horses don't have paws. Why do you have a toilet brush on your head? Just buy one of those horse masks. I don't understand. At least try. And look, I could go buy this for $25 if I wanted to. And wouldn't you believe? You might actually look like a horse. But as I was saying, I kind of answered my question that she's gonna go to the tack store and buy herself a bit for like $110. She probably won't have any money left over to get the rest of the costume.
Odd to see my daughter dressed up as a horse. If a person wants to dress up like an animal, that is weird.
Oh my god. Girl, stop. Stop.
Nice pony.
These poor horses have to go.
Grooming is definitely one of my favorite things to have done. And then when you're done with grooming, you do whatever.
Horses have. There's a woman in this too? Oh my god. So much to unpack with this one. I thought all the other ones are weird. This woman might just take the cake. Also, just a quick observation. The place that this woman is doing all this is like a nice place. She either has a horse there, which if that's the case and she has her own horse, but on the off chance that she doesn't have her own horse, then how the f is she at these stables? How would that even play out? Would you just walk in and talk to the first stable hand you see there and be like, hey, so I kind of have like a little, what do you even call this? I don't know. My other question is, again, where are you finding these people?
So pulling a cart is a labor of love. Even though there's a lot of different things that I like in pony play, karting is definitely my favorite.
Good girl.
She likes to be a horse. Okay. But what did these other people that involved get out of... Dude, I probably don't even want to know. 5 years? I told you it was going to be expensive, thousands of dollars. To make her costumes authentic? Don't do that. How would you even unlock? Why? Why was the outfit necessary? She's not at the stable. You know, she could have just sat down and talked about it. Hell, if you were even that desperate, you could have taken a photo, like a cute outfit selfie, and then shown your aunt there. But the full fit.
Wow. When Nicole came around the corner, I was thinking, holy cow. Holy horse. I thought it looked pretty ridiculous.
You know, I'm into roleplay. This is basically just the next step in the evolution for me.
Wow.
I just wanted you to be aware that this is kind of what I do and it's part of my life. We will need your help a little bit getting this on.
Can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm gonna have to move your mane. This looks painful. Looks like a torture chamber, Nicole.
There's different gaits. The Spanish fork, which is a high step, like this. There's also a trot, which is basically just
I've seen enough. I've seen enough. I've seen enough.